Welcome to Sports Uncorked. It's going to be our last episode before summer break. We made it 38 episodes in our first season, so thank you so much for joining. I hope that you had as much fun as we did. To kick off today's episode, since we are in the heat of summer, it's pool season, it's beach season, it's boat season, I am drinking one of my new favorite canned wines, simpler wines. I actually found this at Trader Joe's. It came in a 4-pack, and it was only $5.99 for 4 cans. They had a rosé, they had a red, and they also had a white. I'm a big fan of white by the pool, either to make a seltzer with some club soda or just to drink it as is. This is an Italian sparkling wine. It's very light, it's refreshing, it's delicious. It is also about 10% alcohol, so a little less than a typical wine, but it's still going to give you that happiness that you're looking for watching your kids or being with your family around the pool. So cheers. I will be drinking this along with our topic today, which is bad boys of summer. Marissa and I are going to dive into kind of the bad boys of summer that we are watching this year. So we'll talk about Antonio Brown. We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers. We'll talk about Nico Harrison, Adam Silver, obviously Justin Tucker. And then I think the worst boys that are out there are my Colorado Rockies. So we'll talk a little bit about them and their epically horrible season that we're watching unfold. So with that, cheers. We'll bring Marissa in and look forward to a fun episode. Hey, Race.
Hey, Rach, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, I know we've had like a couple weeks off, but cheers to summer. It's been a busy one, hasn't it?
Cheers. Not drinking real alcohol. It's essentially water, but
like classy bitches today, right?
Perfectly. I think it's a great end of the season. I mean, season finale of Sports Uncorked. Keeping it classy.
America.
Exactly.
So we are rolling across July 4th this week, which will be super fun. Are you planning to be out and about?
Planning to be out and about. The third amigo to our trio is coming in town, so I'm excited to see her. We're going to hang out and just enjoy our patriotic duty, I guess.
I think I'm going to be either on a lake or at a pool somewhere.
Sounds like
outside.
A good way to spend the 4th of July with all. I don't know about you guys, but it is hot as hell here in the Carolinas. Like, I've been boiling everywhere I go. I'm boiling.
It's warm here. It's not quite that hot. I think the humidity is what's killer. I was in Chicago for a day this week, and I was like, this is why I don't live in this part of the country. The door opened on the airplane, and that humidity came in, and I wanted to die. Like, yeah, I don't know how you live with that.
I was in that same boat because I was in Chicago maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I had a 6 a.m. flight out there. And so I tried to do like the heatless curls. I was like that girl on the plane with the heatless curls doing her makeup, like at least prepping her makeup on the plane. And then I ran to the bathroom to change into clothes for my meeting. And by the time I got out of the bathroom, my curls had completely fallen. And like, I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to this meeting looking like essentially a drowned rat because my hair is flat and my face is shiny and I'm sweating through my blazer. But let the good times roll.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat. We all look like shit in the summer.
Which is why we had to take a break so we could cool off and prepare for college football season.
I know. Well, this is like the dog days of summer for sports for, I think, both of us. Mm-hmm. I could give 2 shits about baseball. Golf is great, but there's like nothing on TV and there's nothing noteworthy. Like I scroll through the ESPN app every day and I'm like, don't care. Yeah. When are we going to talk about college football? Don't care.
I've been watching a lot of Power Slap.
What is that? Slapjack?
It's like a slap. It's basically like a slapping competition. It's called Power Slap. Where literally 2 people take turns slapping the shit out of each other, and whoever is still standing at the end wins. But like you said, there's nothing else for me. I've been watching NASCAR and Power Slap because like there's nothing else on. I'm going crazy.
That's not prime time. There's no way that's prime time TV right now.
It unfortunately is prime time. It is all over Instagram. It's all over Facebook. Ronda Rousey was in attendance to the last
Oh
Power
my
Slap
God.
Championships. Like, you're right. It is the dog days of summer. We've got 54 days until college football, which seems like just the promised land is so close but so far away. But that's
I know.
all that's left. The
I would
Quaker
take
State
some
400 and Power Slap.
I would take some shitty Thursday night football game right now. Like some Division 3, something. Anything. Anything, Bueller.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Right. Right.
So we were talking about like how do we want to close this season out, and we thought, what better topic to get us through the summer than talking about the bad boys of summer?
Absolutely. The Bad Boys of Summer, like what a crew. There's not been a lot of news. So the news that is coming through has been a little juicy, but also like cliffhanger. We are in the stage of cliffhangers right now. I don't even know where to start. There are with the Bad Boys of Summer are all over the place. Who do we even begin with?
I mean, can we start with Antonio Brown? I think he's the biggest mess of all of them.
Antonio on the Run Brown, who has a whole ass warrant out for his arrest for attempted murder. And I think as of Wednesday of this week was last seen at a trampoline park in the Middle East.
Yeah, like in Dubai. Does he not know like that country has very strict extradition rules to the US and they don't mess around with criminals. Like you don't pay your taxes there, they kill you. So if for somebody who's a bad boy, that's like the last country in the world that you want to go to. Also, we're like possibly going to be in a war in the Middle East. Maybe that's like that ceasefire deal is somewhat stable for now, but I don't think that the Middle East is an area that I would want to go, period. Especially like a country that will they'd rather just kill people than put them in jail.
I mean, I guess it further goes to show how just smart this guy is because he couldn't have possibly thought that getting caught on camera with a weapon and then actively making a decision to get on a plane and leave the country knowing that this shit was not settled, he kind of knew what he was doing. But like again, also not smart move to get on a plane of all places to flee the country to. It's Dubai. But they don't pay him to be smart.
No, and I think he posted something on Instagram or Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it now. And this was his line. I'm out of the country. Ain't no more child support. Tell your mama to go get a job.
I want these dudes to do better and be better. Like, I just want them to be better, make better choices. That's all I ask. I don't ask
Okay,
much.
cool, dude. That's your stance. Great father. Don't you have like 100 kids?
Golly.
We'll be looking for Tom Brady to step in and bail you out again.
Talk about being bailed out by quarterbacks. I think this is a great segue to what is going to happen in Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers. And I think we need to address that Aaron Rodgers is full on Mandaiteoing this entire country, and we've not seen this wife. So it'll be very interesting to see how Mr. and Mrs. Rodgers are going to look come August for a preseason because we don't know anything. Like he got on Pat McAfee the other day and was like, "Yeah, I've already decided. Like, this is going to be my last year in the NFL." Okay, I don't think anyone was actually asking nor cared because we were shocked that you ended up in a quarterback one's position anyway. So I don't know.
I said it before. I'll say it again. That dude married himself. Like his wife is the internal feminine Aaron Rodgers. There is no wife. He is too good to truly marry anybody but himself. And so he probably looked internally and found that his wife is already inside of him. Like this dude is.
Oh my god.
He's the wackiest of the whack jobs out there.
I think we're gonna find out that he's married to something like the universe or like the cosmic powers that have just healed him and his Achilles and his arm to make him one of the best quarterbacks on the planet. So we're just going to have to wait and see what the universe is embodied in if she
The
ever
tree,
shows up.
the tree named Chandra down in Costa Rica. I
Oh
mean,
my
it's
God.
gonna be weird.
I cannot. I cannot. Like, these dudes are not right in the head. I'm
Let's.
very concerned.
I'm ready
Very
for the
concerned.
30 for 30.
God, please,
The
let's just go.
the downfall of Aaron Rodgers.
Listen, if they want to retire, we've got a perfectly great show for them on Bravo to retire to called The Real Housemen of the NFL. And we're ready to hear all about it.
We need to make this happen.
Yes.
Do you think Justin Tucker could be on season 1? Because I think he's going to be relinquished to a house at least for the first 10 games of the season.
10-week suspension, Rach. Do we think that's enough punishment for a gross rub and tug? Like, I have questions. I really do. Him and gross Deshaun and gross Mike Kraft can all. Ugh, I don't even want to finish my sentence. Like, it's gross. Is 10 weeks enough?
So I looked at what Deshaun got because I was like, I kind of feel like that's probably a benchmark. Deshaun got 11. But Deshaun's also like a quarterback. This is a kicker that I mean, he's a very good kicker, but do we really need a kicker? Like, are there other kickers? Can we just get one from Auburn? They seem to have kickers that hang around for like 8 years that are NFL ready.
I mean,
Just
when
pick
it comes
those
to
guys up.
kickers, Justin Thomas is one. Not Justin Thomas. Justin Tucker. Oh my God! Don't come for me, internet. I did not mean that.
We love Justin Thomas.
We do love Justin Thomas. Justin Tucker is one of the best kickers in the NFL. I mean, when you talk about NFL kickers that are changing the league, Tucker is up there. I have been in many of verbal arguments for my fantasy football draft trying to get Justin Tucker on my roster. So I want to say he's like the quarterback of the kicker position. So he's up there for sure, which makes it even worse.
He's solid for like a good 62, 63 yarder and
which is
multiple games this
when
season.
It comes down to it.
Yeah. But,
I mean, we thought that Will Reichert was like the second coming, and we haven't even seen or heard anything about him since he got drafted to Minnesota.
Well, he missed a bunch of kicks too, so he probably is fading off into the sunset. You know who I wish they would bring back? Janikowski. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
He was a good kicker. That guy was he looked like Jamarcus Russell. He was built like Jamarcus Russell. I always halfway expected him to walk out on the field like John Daly with a cigarette, like just hanging from his lip to run out there and kick those. I mean, he would nail a 62-yard field goal, like no problem. Yeah. One hand behind his back. What happened to him? He can be on the show.
Yeah, he could be. He probably owns like a car dealership somewhere.
Probably like a pirate ship. That's why I always thought he was gonna that he was a pirate.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, so 10 games. I mean, these poor women. these poor women, and he's still saying like, no, none of that happened. And I'm like, but there's 14 of them that have come forward.
A lot.
It's not like 2 or 3. It's like there's 14.
Like, that's 4 less women that complained about Tiger Woods. Just saying. Like, it's not great.
It's not great. It's not a great look, and we don't believe you. So no matter what you say, we're gonna believe them because there's 14 of them.
Lord have mercy. I don't know. But I guess speaking of punishments and punishments eventually coming to an end, Henry Ruggs. We just found out that he's going to be eligible for parole in August of 2026. There are talks that he's been working out in the clink, trying to get ready, trying to look appealing to some of the teams out there, trying to get eligible for the 2026 draft. He was a full-on weapon in Vegas, Rach. What do we think?
Right. I mean, so I was a big Henry Ruggs fan when he played at Alabama. I think he had all the potential in the world, but to only serve like 3 years in prison for killing someone, like I don't know. I don't know that I feel good about him being able to be released
Yeah.
for killing someone. Like,
And a dog. We can't forget he
and a
killed a dog.
dog. I know. So I like love that there's a possible opportunity for rehabilitation, but I do feel like is 3 years enough to serve for like literally killing someone?
Yeah.
It was accidental. I get that, but I mean, I'm glad that he has not let
Understand.
this completely ruin his life. Like that's the
Yeah.
positive, right? Is there's this path to rehabilitation, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's only been like 3 years, hasn't it? Like, what about the family of that poor girl? I
Yeah.
mean, I would be pissed if somebody in my family was killed and they got out after 3 years.
Dude, if someone in my family got killed, I would be a whole like Punisher. I would be the Punisher. I would start following people. Like lives would be turned upside down.
Yeah,
Like I'm coming
that's
for
kind of what I'm
vengeance.
saying. Are we taking into account like victim statements? Or we? I guess we don't have victim statement, but the family should have a say in. Do they feel like justice has been served?
Yeah. I don't get it. These boys and wanting to drive more than 100 miles an hour, like we want to talk about speed racers. Dum Dum, not Deshaun, not Dion,
Shador, I know
Shador.
he's another one. God,
Yeah,
dude.
like why? Where is it that you have to go where you feel like you need to drive 120 miles an hour? I just need to understand
On the
that. Like,
streets of Cleveland, right?
it's a Cleveland, right? Trying to get to Wendy's before they close at midnight, right?
Right. I mean, seriously, I agree.
Okay.
He needs to keep his head down. Like
Yeah,
you need to keep your name out of the news for anything negative and keep it in the news for anything positive. Like don't speed, take Ubers, don't carry weapons,
yeah.
keep your branding and all that weird stuff professional. Focus on training camp.
Well, you would think like he's not exactly going into mini camp and training camp as if he is like the star player. I mean, like we still don't even know for sure. I mean, there's so much just absolute unrest when it comes to who is starting QB1 at some of these teams. Like I would be trying my hardest and being on my absolute P's and Q's if I was Shador right now. I just don't understand like where this reckless behavior is coming from. I don't know if he's expecting it to be rewarded or if he's acting out because of everything that's happening in minicamp. I just don't know. These boys
I know,
need,
dude. Just try not to get cut. Like that's your job right now. Is like you're not guaranteed to make the roster at this point. You're like QB5.
yeah,
So like
if you're
you
lucky,
need to work on that.
if you're lucky. Like it's just, oh my goodness. I taken risks. I don't know what's with these dudes. I really don't. Ugh. But I guess speaking of getting back into people's good graces, we recently had the NBA draft.
Which I
My
didn't even know that was going on. For the record,
I don't
I mean I
like
feel pretty tuned in. I did not even know that had happened until midway through the first round.
you know what's
Cool.
crazy about the NBA draft is that one, they said that something like 5.2 million people tuned in just to watch the first 15 minutes because they wanted to see who went in the first round and like not even the entire first round, who got the first pick, which we all knew was going to be Cooper Flag going to the Dallas Mavericks. And it dropped off. It dropped off to like 3 mil within the first 15 minutes of the NBA draft. It dropped down to like 3.5 million viewers, which is incredibly sad. And I feel like, you know, our next two bad boys of summer is going to be Nico Harrison. Like, did he tank for Cooper? Like, is he gonna win back the good graces of the fans of Dallas, or is he still hanging on by a thread? Like, I just don't know if what he did was enough to save him in the eyes of the Mavericks fans. I really don't.
I mean, I think it's going to come down to if Cooper is able to fit into a system with a roster full of veterans. I mean, I think that's what he's got going for him is he does
Mm-hmm.
have a roster of players that can make him look really good and that he can successfully step in and make an impact quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So if we've got Jason Kidd can coach this team to be a good team that plays together, I think he'll be a hero. If
Yeah.
not, I think he's going to be like villainized for the rest of his career, and this is what he's always going to be known for.
I think that we need to say a little prayer for the NBA as they all go on summer break, because they had just it's been my God, I just don't know. I am a little fearful for the future of the NBA. I don't know if you, so, well, if you didn't know about the draft, you didn't hear that like our boys from Alabama, Sears and Grant, didn't even get drafted. They got signed after the fact. So like, I don't know what's going on with the NBA. I feel like Adam Silver needs to take some time over the next couple of months and like figure out what's going to happen with the league to like drive some excitement. I think for the first time in the history of the world, people are more involved in what's happening in the WNBA than they are in the NBA because people are watching Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham and Angel Reese like so hard right now. I mean, it is like there's a lot of cool and really fun stuff happening in the WNBA. And like, I hope Adam Silver is getting his shit together because this is not making the NBA look very good. Um, so I hope that they are all taking some time to like get it together over the summer because when the season starts back up in October, I think fans are going to have a lot of questions.
Did you watch any of the NBA finals?
I did. I
It
did.
looked
I
like
saw.
a regular season game. There was
Mhm.
no fanfare around it. The court didn't even have the logo for the finals for the first couple of games. Like, what? Like, this is the NBA finals and it literally feels like a regular Tuesday night game.
Oh yeah. I watched a lot. God, I watched so much of. I actually had money on the Pacers to take it all.
Oh,
And so
sorry.
I was horribly disappointed because I thought that Indiana was going to kind of drive some energy off of the Fever and how well that they were doing in their finals games. And I thought that they were going to, I mean, they did really well the first two games of the series and then things started to fall off. And then here comes Oklahoma City. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll put some money in Oklahoma City. And then Tyrese Halliburton gets, I'm just like, I told myself I wasn't going to place any more money bets, but like I just couldn't help myself with the finals, and it got so good, and then it got really bad, and then I was like, well, if everyone's just going to keep getting hurt, like I'm just going to go back to watching Power Slap championships. Like, just like I'm like so done with ESPN right now. They're not giving me anything good to hold on to.
I know. Put back on slippery stairs and cornhole. That's what I want to watch.
Give me something, man. Give me something. I'm like stalking Shefty on X, trying to see what kind of tidbits of information he's got on literally anything. Literally anything.
So
Like Chef, give
here's
me
here's
something.
something I'm excited to watch.
What's that?
The Savannah Bananas are coming to
Yes.
Colorado to play the Rockies, the 18 and 65 Rockies that
Yes.
are 100% going to get beat by the Savannah Bananas.
Have
I,
you
I
been
looked into
watching this?
tickets. Yes, the Rockies are I mean, they are horrible. When I say
Mm-hmm.
bad, like they lost 22-0 in a game against the Padres
I
back
saw that.
in mid-May. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to go to the Savannah Banana game. I thought it'd be fun to
Yes.
take my family.
Highly
Solid
suggest.
$500 a ticket.
Listen, the Savannah Bananas is like a thing now. It's getting really, really out of control. Like I just read an article recently that they're getting ready to be like that league of the Savannah Bananas, the Party Animals, like all of these they're getting ready to be brought into the MLB at like some tier that's going to be like just below farm teams. Like it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But like that is fun baseball. Like
They're Globetrotters. That's what they are, right?
fun baseball. Like
So
it
fun.
sold out Bank of America Stadium. Bank of America Stadium hasn't seen a sold out concert since I don't know, Taylor Swift come here. And I just they just don't sell out that stadium for anything. 2 nights the Savannah Bananas were in Charlotte, completely sold out. I tried to get tickets myself, but literally could not get a ticket under $300. And to be quite honest, wasn't going to spend that money to go sit at Bank of America Stadium because it's still an outdoor stadium, and I'm old spoiled now and don't want to do it. But very, very, very high energy baseball. I'm into it.
I mean, I'm excited, but I really don't want to sell my eggs or sell a kidney in order to go. So we'll probably watch it on ESPN Plus for the comfort of my home.
I love it. No, it'll be good. I think that'll be really fun. It's not it helps the innings go fast for sure. I know that the MLB was trying to help these games go a little bit quicker with the pitch clock and all that other stuff, but I like to see dudes dancing in tight pants.
The pitch clock has sped games up significantly. I went to Rockies game earlier. The Rockies play the Dodgers this week, and I was like, oh, cool, I want to go let's see the Dodgers, see Ohtani. So I went. I had a call that ended an hour into the game, so I was an hour late, and it was already in the 6th inning. I was like, what, an hour? What?
They're flying.
But I did see Ohtani hit a home run, which was
that's awesome.
That was really cool. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, an hour, 6 innings went by in an hour. Maybe the Rockies are just that bad that there's no defense. There's no defense, there's no offense.
It helps, though. No one wants to sit through 8 hours of bait. I mean, that's literally the worst. 8 hours of baseball. I think the only thing that's not helping is people that are trying to do that 999 challenge. They are hurting with this pitch clock, because I don't know anyone that is just clearing, 6 hot dogs and 6 beers in an hour. I could not.
So 999 is a hot dog, a beer, and an inning? That's what it is?
It's a hot dog, a beer, an inning.
I'm good for 1 hot dog a year.
If 6 innings is flowing by in an hour, how ill are you? Ugh,
Gross. Everything's a challenge now.
Oh my God. Anyways.
So okay, we gotta change the topic.
Yeah, I was gonna say
get sick.
Challenges. I have found it very challenging to get hyped up for college football. What's happening anywhere? Anything. Somebody tell me anything. They try to distract us with these Mormon housewives, but I'm not distracted. I'm still wanting to figure out what's going on. I actually had to Google college football outlook. I have no idea what's going on. Nobody is talking about anything.
I know. Is this NIL? This is just how it's going to be from now on, isn't it? We're going to have to subscribe to fan boards. I feel like that's the next move. I don't want to do that.
Or the attention span for that. I really don't.
But how else are we going to get info?
Here's the crazy thing. I have learned more information about this upcoming college football season post the Manning football camp than I have in the last 3 months of just NIL deal talks, spring games, transfer portal watches. I have learned nothing. The only person that anybody is talking about right now is Arch Manning, which in his defense has stolen America's heart because he's so humble and he's so precious right now. But nobody's talking about what is happening at Ohio State. ESPN already put college football outlook for Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, and Texas to be the natty sweethearts. They're already talking about that, but nobody is talking about who's starting at Georgia, who's starting at Penn State, who's starting at. No one is talking about that at all. And I don't know if we are just living and breathing in NIL hell, where people are still trying to put together these rosters. And going into this football season, are they going to be heavily leaning on these $1 million rosters, or is it just going to be everyone flying by the seat of their pants? I have no idea.
I know. I hate it. I hate it. So I would put Clemson in that mix. Everyone seems to think Clemson, because they were returning a ton of starters. They have Klubnik? Klubnik? It's a weird name. Cade Klubnik, who's returning. We know the ACC's weak sauce. So I think Clemson will probably make a decent run. Everyone feels a little bullish on their schedule and their roster. But, you think about quarterbacks that have hung around, have not jumped into the transfer pool. You've got Arch, you've got Nussmeier down at LSU, who I think,
Yep.
He was very hot and cold last year, but I think
Yep.
he is prime time for a solid season. We've got Drew Aller at Penn State returning. He's
Yep.
got Jeremiah Love as a running back who,
Yep.
he's going to have a breakout year too. So I do think Penn State has an opportunity to make a run. And we've got Ty Simpson, who I guess is the quarterback apparent heir at Alabama, who we know nothing about.
We know nothing about.
Redshirt junior, right?
Yeah. And here's what's crazy about Ty Simpson. They just recently started talking about him. So he must just recently started looking really, really good at camp. But I think it's interesting because for the first time in like our fandom, nobody is talking about Alabama in the college football playoff conversation. I think that like there were even talks of like Nick Saban coming out of retirement to be an assistant. I mean, this is all just like hearsay because no one else has anything else to talk about. So they're just throwing rumors into the wind and seeing what sticks. Nobody is talking about Alabama. The SEC is not part of a major conversation going into this football season. And I think that's really interesting because the only two teams they're talking about is UGA and Texas, which they've been talking about for the last 2 years. And that was just because, oh, welcome Texas into the SEC. They're now here from the Big Ten or wherever they came from. I can't even remember now. We're still talking about UGA because they were the sweetheart of the national championship. Like they knocked off Alabama. So like it's just interesting to see how things are really changing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested to see how like Ole Miss is gonna look because that psychopath down there in Oxford is just like doing whatever the hell he feels like doing. So like, is that gonna work? Because he's not able to beat out some of these teams that have $1 million rosters. Like, I think that we're gonna see some sleepers come out. I want to say early in the season, but with these schedules being so jacked up and everything, I don't know. And I think maybe that's contributing to why we're not hearing a lot about what college football is going to look like come August. I think we're talking about more about like what's going to happen even in some of these HBCU schools with like Norfolk State. We've got some like the retired NFL players that are now coaching at some of these. That's the only thing that we're hearing about. I have not heard anything about Tennessee. I've not heard anything about Alabama. I've not heard anything about Florida, even though they said Florida could potentially be a force.
Yeah, DJ Lagway is going to I think he's going to have a great season.
Yeah.
I think Arizona State's another team to watch with Sam Levitt returning. I mean, he's not going to have, he's not going to have his running back duo, but that will cause more production to fall on his shoulders, which I think is a good thing. We also have UCLA has Nico Iamaleava. They did the quarterback trade. So I think that's going to be interesting. And then we have to talk about Miami, right, with Carson Beck. I am just like, I'm super pumped. And I think it is crazy that we haven't heard
nothing.
A word,
not heard anything.
Nothing.
Rach, I completely freaking forgot about Carson Beck down in Miami.
I know, right?
No one has said anything about that. No one has said anything.
And Nico out at UCLA. I mean, all of this stuff has kind of like,
nobody has
those storylines have died. It has been like the thing that came up on my newsfeed this morning is like the Big 10 and the Big 12 are now going to be using PayPal to send NIL payments to the athletes because that's the easiest way to track where the money's going. I'm like, cool, that's what we're talking about? PayPal? So the July 1st payment's going to be sent via PayPal? Can we talk about who's getting a payment, what the payment amount is?
I feel about that. That seems super sketchy.
I mean, I guess it's better than Venmo. Isn't what Venmo started with like drug dealers sending money to and from each other? But like PayPal, cool. That was on like ESPN.
I feel like that's super suspect because that's just opening up ways for anybody to send money.
I agree. But it's apparently supposed to be all trackable. The SEC hasn't jumped into this. The ACC has not. But Big 10 and Big 12, that's how they're going to be sending money.
Is it? Are they saying that it's going to be trackable? Because like when you go on Venmo and it's like, hey, I'm going to give Rach $10 for dinner. But is that how they call it trackable? Because now they're going to be able to call it whatever they want?
Or there's a receipt because it goes from the university here and the tracking system is a good one. They were like, this is it. This is the way of the future. Like, really?
I don't know
cool.
how I feel about that. It's getting so suspect. It's getting real suspect out in these streets when it comes to NIL. I don't think I like it.
That's interesting though, right? Like, are you going to get a little string of emojis? NIL payment, smiley face, dollar sign, cat.
If you can say that payment is for anything, then you'll be able to say, oh no, that didn't go directly to that player. That was a donation to a tailgate. Or that didn't go for that player's NIL. That was actually a gift for the team overall. Like, that is super suspect.
So what else would they do? That's what they're saying. Like, how else are we going to get the money to the players in a way that they can use it? And I'm like, I don't know, like, send a direct deposit from Wells Fargo like the rest of us receive our paycheck?
Then they'll have to have taxes paid on it, and nobody wants to. Schools don't want to pay taxes if they all of a sudden give these kids 1099s. That's what they don't want to do.
I don't know. I need to pay taxes on my money.
That's true. I pay taxes.
I pay too much taxes, actually.
Girl, preach. Preach. About to stop paying my taxes and start telling my company to pay me via PayPal.
Yeah, can you just not track this? That'd be great.
Right.
Post-tax wages.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
It is going to be the wild, wild west indeed. This is going to be a very, very interesting season. I just wish that I knew more about what was going on so I could better prepare myself emotionally.
Well, I think that for our benefit at Alabama, DeVore's got to make some strides forward this year. I mean, I gave him a pretty big benefit of the doubt last year, as did you, that you're stepping into a new program. You've got to get your players in place. We had a bad offensive coordinator situation. He's got his guy in place now. The news that I have been seeing is that we've landed a lot of recruits for next season that are 4 and 5 star, kind of like he's hitting the recruiting trail hard. But I hope that we see something positive this season to continue the momentum of that building that he's doing. And I think we have weapons, right? So a lot of it's going to come down to the quarterback situation. Do we have a good quarterback? We know we have a good receiver in Ryan Williams. We know that we have a lot of returning offensive linemen. We have a solid defense that carried us through last season. So quarterback play is where there are a lot of question marks. Quarterback play is where we have not seen a lot of info released. And that's I think what's giving all of us as fans a little bit of a pause. Like, we haven't seen Ty Simpson. Is he really as good as they predict that he'll be or not?
I just don't know. Like, college, so CFB Alabama, so this is like the Alabama football team Instagram handle, posted something along the lines of like Ty Eisman, because he's going to be on Heisman Watch, which I don't even know how that's possible because they've literally already given it to Arch Manning. But like, that's the most hype I've seen around it. So again, we didn't get to see the spring game. We haven't heard any stats. We don't know how this dude is performing. It's really hard for us to get excited about this upcoming season if we don't know what's happening down there in Tuscaloosa. We just have to sit here and like cross our fingers and hope that Ty and Ryan are having good communication. They're connecting really well on the field, because we know that once Ryan gets his hands on the ball, it's over. Like, we're going to score some points. But it's hard to have faith. It's hard to have faith in something we don't really understand or know anything about or haven't spoken about and don't even know if it exists. But I just would love to have some reassurance so that I know how much money to put into my betting bank when August comes around. Because I want to be excited about at least losing a little bit of money.
You can't bet with your heart. Like, I think I think like all of the money that I lost last season for the most part was betting on Bama, and so I'm like, I just don't bet on them anymore. It's too emotional both ways.
I want a majority of my money back betting on Georgia.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But that's all, folks. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, is that a wrap on season 1? 38 episodes? That's a lot to be proud of. Cheers, my friend.
That is a wrap on season 1 of Sports Uncorked, and we will see everybody back in August for season 2, episode 1.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.